Christine?
Yes, Ivan.
We've polished. It's looking like we need to remove the polish.
Hazy, right? Yeah, a little hazy.
A little hazy. Let's give it some gloss. We have a rinseless, dampened, short nap towel.
Yes.
And then we have a dry towel.
A nice plush one.
Right. You don't want to wipe the polish off dry. First of all,
right.
It's giving yourself way too much work. Secondly, you have the risk of inducing marring.
Right.
This allows us to not put any pressure as we're taking off the polish.
And I love this method, and I say this frequently.
Yeah.
It's a very wax on, wax off method.
You're right. So, if you don't mind, I'll do the roof.
I do not, Ivan.
Seems to be a thing with you and roofs. You can't reach them for some reason.
It really is. And in my shop, I do a lot of that by myself, so it is very nice to have a break.
Yeah. Not having to climb ladders all day.
So we're going panel by panel.
Panel by panel, section by section. Just making sure we're getting all that polish residue off.
And I can already tell how nice this paint looks after the polishing.
Yeah. With the gold standard polish, something that a lot of people don't really notice is the fact that we use so much less.
That is one of my favorite things about gold standard. Less is more, which means less cost to me.
Yes. As a business owner, that's very important. But also, what it means is you have less residue to wipe off, less things to clean off, no sling, no polish flying everywhere. And spectacular finish.
Very versatile. You can cut with it. You can polish with it.
But you can't bake bread with it. Sorry.
Not yet.
No. So, Christine, as a veteran of the industry, what is it that you see other detailers do that sort of makes you cringe?
See, Ivan's trying to get me in trouble here. But I will answer. I think one of my largest pet peeves with other detailers is when they try to overcomplicate everything.
Okay, yeah.
With everything from the towels they select to the services they offer. A lot of times it's just less is more, or just keep it simple.
Yeah, definitely. It is, overthinking is part of this industry, unfortunately. Well, you know, a lot of us start as hobbyists, and when it's your hobby, it's a completely different thing.
Absolutely.
When it's your hobby, if you have a collection of 86 different types of towels just to clean a window, that's great. You know, I know a few people that golf and they have more putters than I have polishers, so they all do the same thing. They just hit a ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's better for our industry creating some sort of standard from detailer to detailer.
Yeah, it's good for the industry, but not everyone works the same. You know, I like a low nap towel for what we're doing. Other people like a high nap towel, and there's nothing wrong with either.
No, not at all. I was thinking more along the lines of services or processes when it comes to coating or polishing.
Yeah, trying to standardize the detailing industry is like herding cats.
What a fantastic analogy.
Someone at some point might be able to do it, but it's not going to be easy.
So Ivan, can I ask you the same question?
Yeah. So for me, what really bothers me is people wasting their time. And by that, I mean doing processes and, you know, using products that literally waste their time. And yes, I get it as a hobby that you might want to spend as much time as possible in the garage away from your family. But some people, that's what they like to do. But having a a business, you want to simplify it as much as possible. You don't want to have, especially if you have employees, too many choices in what you're doing.
Absolutely. And that's a big one. The giving even your employees too many choices will become a time suck as the business owner.
Exactly.
They will continuously be asking questions. What do we use today? What are we using on this?
Right. If you only have one wax and you tell your employee to wax the vehicle, they know exactly what to do. If you have 6 different waxes and then you ask them to wax the vehicle.
You can have 6 different waxes, but
Yeah.
make sure you put the wax that you would like them to use for that day, for that vehicle on their cart.
Right.
How's the paint looking over there?
Spectacular.
I've been meaning to ask you, Ivan,
Yeah.
how do you pronounce Audi? Is it Audi or Audi?
So,
I feel like I'm about to get schooled. I love it.
I asked this of our friend Emily, the Audi nerd.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
She was just on the other day.
Right. And it's Audi, like an outie belly button.
Like an outie belly button. Okay. I feel like we have the same debate over Porsche or Porsche.
Right.
Ivan, do you have a favorite vehicle to polish? I feel like this is a debate amongst a lot of us detailers.
A black one.
A black one. Now, do you have a specific model or make of a vehicle that you prefer?
Not a Jeep.
Oh, what was it?
Not a Jeep Wrangler.
Not a Jeep Wrangler.
After that, they're all the same. A Jeep is just it looks like it's flat-sided and easy to do, but there's a lot of nooks and crannies and
Yes, there are.
different areas on a Jeep that are a little more difficult to get to.
I think we're getting close.
Yeah, just have this drastic front bumper to do.
Okay.
Some gloves, some panel prep, and off we go. Always wear gloves while doing panel prep. You don't want your sticky little hands touching the pristine paint. Next step, panel prep.
Yes, panel prep. Very important step
Exactly.
in between.
Exactly. You want to do the panel prep for a couple reasons. First of all, it gives you insurance that you have wiped off all the polished residue.
Absolutely.
Secondly, and most importantly, if there's any greases, oils, or waxes left on the surface, this is going to remove them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have 2 towels here.
Right?
So we are going to
dampen the first towel with the panel prep.
Yep, 1 spray.
Oh, more.
Sprays.
No, this one, the first pass or two, get it nice.
All right, we're going to prime it up.
Yeah. And then when we apply it to the surface, we see that it's actually on the surface, looking like an oil slick on water.
Yes, I see the rainbow effect here.
Yeah, previewing what we're actually going to see with the coating. But before it dries, we want to hit it with the other towel to dry it.
And that is to remove any leftover residue that's on the car.
Right.
So we're taking it off instead of just leaving it on.
Right, because if we put it on wet, let it dry, and then wipe it, we haven't removed anything.
We haven't removed that residue.
Right. But when the towel is damp or wet, it's lifting up, and while that liquid is suspending the waxes and sealants and oils, then we're taking it actually off the surface.
Okay.
And we never want to spray panel prep directly on a dry surface.
All right.
That could cause an issue or two.
Here we go. Panel by panel.
Yeah, piece by piece. Keep it small because you don't want the panel prep to dry on the surface. You want to get it while it's damp.
Oh, man.
And you'll immediately feel the slickness beneath your towel.
Ooh, these gray towels, Ivan, I love them.
Yeah, the twist loop is a nice, efficient towel to use. It absorbs well, picks things up, and is non-abrasive. Christine?
We're all panel prepped.
We're panel prepped, we're polished, we're looking good, we're looking black, and we have a station wagon. For those of you my age, station wagons have a special memory.
Hold on here, because I am younger than you,
Yeah.
and I still love the station wagon.
Exactly. It's not an age thing. You know, today's station wagon is an SUV or a pickup truck.
Yes.
But the classic low-slung sedan station wagon, yeah, still has a place.
So
in
now
my
what?
heart. Now we're ready to apply the 5-year ceramic coating.
Yes. 5-year.
We have our ceramic coating applicator. Very easy to use.
It really is.
Couple drops, and we have our leveling towel and our final little insurance wipe towel.
Yes.
Do you prefer to apply or to wipe?
Well, I already have the towel, so I will do the wiping.
Looks like you're wiping.
Ivan, can we take a minute and talk about this applicator pad?
Right, so this is a foam applicator pad. It's a closed cell foam, and it's very easy to use. You don't have to hold on to it. It's not falling off your hand, and the less pressure you use, the easier it is.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put roughly about 10 drops.
To prime it up?
Yeah, and I'm not going to box the edge like we normally do.
Okay.
It's the first use of this. I'm going to start in the center, and you see how thick it's laying it on.
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to spread this out a little further, and I'm going to see when I start spreading without any runs or anything, then I can go box my section.
Okay.
Being sure to overlap onto the next panel. So I'm going to do half the hood here, and then fill it in with a circular motion.
I love these applicator pads. I was using the traditional block with micro suede.
Yep.
And I made the switch over to these foam applicators, and I was a little nervous because I didn't want to waste product.
Right.
Now these have something built in that it's not absorbing all the way through.
Well, it's a closed cell foam.
Yes.
And you'll notice today it's very humid in the shop.
It is.
So we have cross-linking almost immediately.
Yes.
The higher your humidity, the faster it's going to cross-link. And by cross-linking, we have what looks like an oil slick on water. And now 50% or so has gone back to clear.
Yes. We're ready to rock and roll.
Right. And with the leveling towel, you're not applying any pressure. And if it feels like you're moving liquid around, you wait a little longer. If not, you just level with the towel very easily.
You want to grab that spot in the middle?
Right.
With your...
And with the leveling towel, I actually like to go a little larger strokes than you were doing.
Okay.
And basically, it really is to level the coating. So we're spreading out the coating further. And then overlapping onto the adjacent panels.
Here we go.
Then buff it up to a shine. Should be feeling slick already.
It is slick.
Then from there, here's
Thank
your
you,
towel.
sir.
Now at this point, my pad is already primed. I don't need to put as much on. So let me box in the panel. Going over where I had already been and just simply fill in the middle. Now it's starting to get a little dry, so I'm going to add a few more drops and keep going. You want to leave some liquid behind.
And overlapping is important, so you make sure that you cover the entire surface of each panel.
Right, so I'm doing 8 to 12 inch circles, but I'm doing a 50% overlap when I'm moving back and forth. And here you can see I had just a little too much, so I'm going to level that off using the applicator, making it easier for you to wipe away.
Perfect.
And at this point you're good?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Yeah, it's very humid in here. Yeah, I just have the middle here that you can't reach.
Oh, here.
Yeah, all the way up. Now, very important to note, while Christine is wiping that off, if you're applying the coating and you apply it really thick like this, it is still going to cross-link and do what it needs to do. But you may run into a problem. When this happens, like I said, it's going to cross-link, it's going to do everything we need it to do. But you have such a thick accumulation of coating on there that you may actually end up with a high spot that wasn't there when you first leveled, because you have an excess of the solvent and coating, and it's going to come back up as a high spot. Now, yes, I'm gonna wipe this away because this is way too much. But I've seen people apply like this and they get high spots and they wonder why, because as they were wiping their vehicle down, they got rid of all the high spots. But you come back an hour later and it's full of high spots. That's because they had too much of an accumulation of the coating.
I've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
And wipe.
Now, while we have a black vehicle to play with, this is great for educational purposes. If I can have your leveling towel, please.
Yes, sir.
So we see it starting to crosslink. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But if you're too soon, what happens is where you stop, see the weave of the towel? So if I do this and I see the weave of the towel, that means it's too wet still. So we're gonna let it cure a little bit. And I have a really thick spot here, so we'll just wipe that up with the edge of the applicator. And then
there.
Now we have the finish we're after.
Wonderful.
So we're going to turn the air conditioning on. We're going to continue around the vehicle, and we'll get back to you at the end. So after the front fender, I'm doing the mirror.
Okay.
And then I'll do the A-pillar.
Okay.
All the way to the rear quarter panel. That way we can skip back to the front.
Okay.
So
I'm fairly really conscious about watching the person coding, just so you know.
No, I know. But even Sylvie and I, even though we've been applying coatings together for 20 years, we still announce what we're doing.
Okay, fair enough.
That way, there's no mistakes happen, and so the whole A-pillar, then the so a mirror, little triangle, including the glass of the mirror.
Back. Yeah. And then coming this way.
Yeah. So all the way back, the rear quarter and this little sail panel on the rear window. When I'm applying to a door, I like to go up and down.
Okay.
That way, as you're wiping off, you can know that I started at this end and work your way
completely over
in the same direction. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that whole
Okay.
door. Including rocker panel. So front bumper, headlight, and then just the grille surround. When you're coating a vehicle and you have these lane departure cameras, you want to coat those. In rain, in snow, they're going to clean off much easier, giving you a safer ride and making sure that they're nice and clean at all times. Same with the headlights, the plastic, and all the areas that concern your safety.
Well, Ivan, I think we're done.
We're done. It's looking spectacular.
Holy cow. And the gloss and slickness.
Right.
Whoo-wee.
It's protected. Like you said, it's glossy, it's slick. And when this hits the sun,
I
it's
can't
going
wait
to
to
be
pull it out.
amazing. This color in here, really nice. As soon as it hits the sun, that pearlescent that's in it is just going to radiate.
I'm excited.
If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please leave them below. We love answering your questions. And you might want to watch this one right here.